Wareham Community Associates is the name of the organization. They're holding a scholarship golf tournament on September 19th at the Little Harbor Country Club to award scholarships to local students. We thought we would learn more by speaking with Apryl Rossi, who is president of the Wareham Community Associates. So welcome, Apryl.
Thank you.
And thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
So I had not been aware of Wareham Community Associates. Shame on me. It's been around for more than 100 years.
Yes.
Give us a little history of this organization. You haven't been around for 100 years.
I have not. If I did, then we'd have a whole different conversation, I think. Yeah. But, so Wareham Community Associates is over 100 years old, as you had said. Roughly, as far back as we know, maybe 1922, it was founded. It was an all-male organization, and it was local businessmen and citizens that got together monthly and had different speakers and discussed things happening in and around the Wareham community. And it has since evolved into what it is currently. About 4 or 5 years ago, our bylaws were rewritten by our first female member, who was attorney Jillian Morton. So she joined the organization as a sort of legacy organization. Most of the members their grandfathers, great uncles, fathers, all kind of were original members, and it's sort of kind of hereditarily kept going. And it started, with sort of like community interactions, and then started with fundraisers. There was a giant clam bake that used to happen annually, and that was their biggest draw at the time. Mm-hmm. And as the cost of seafood and putting things on got a little bit more pricey, to put the clam bake on was a lot more work than what it yielded for us to be able to provide scholarships to children. I believe that the scholarship started in the 60s or the 70s and was awarded to the local students. But once we were an official 501c3 about 3-4 years ago, we now can raise more money. So we switched from the clam bake to a golf tournament 3 years ago, and we have had great success with that and have been able to award more students every year. And this year we were able to branch out and offer scholarships to Wareham students attending up at Cape Tech as well.
All right. Who are the people today that make up the WCA?
So the people today are myself as president. We have Jim Austin, who is my vice president. My secretary is Jim England, and my treasurer is Alan Slavin, who has been on the organization for an exponentially long time. Yeah. He's also a former select person and also very active in the Wareham community. The Englands are one of the legacy families. So not only is Jim as the secretary, I believe he's our youngest member as well. He's in his 30s. But we also have his father. We had his grandfather and I believe great-grandfather and some uncles as well.
How many members?
Currently, we have about 15 active members. We've
are they
had
all business people?
Most retired now. We do have a slightly more seasoned population of members at the moment. So we are actively looking for, people who are, committed to the town and committed to helping kids and want to be involved, whether they've lived in Wareham their whole life or have been tied to Wareham their whole life. I'm not a lifelong Wareham resident, but I had come to Wareham summers my entire life. So when I moved there about 16 years ago, I became very involved in a lot of things.
All right. What's the mission of the WCA? Generally you're raising money for scholarships.
Yes.
Is there a bigger mission we can talk about?
Sure. So it's more like engaging in the community and trying to give back. So it's people who, have either gotten a lot out of the town or want to give back to the town. We started doing other events with other organizations this year as well, now that we're kind of looking to grow and now that we are the official 501c3. So we also took part in the Onset Bay Association's chili contest. We're trying to get some activity in some of the other organizations in town's events to sort of kind of branch out and work with all the other charitable organizations in town to sort of just keep the giving back within the community going.
And so that is part of your mission. But clearly, you're looking to grow the membership, and you're also looking to raise money.
Correct.
And you're doing that by holding a golf tournament September 19th at Little Harbor Country Club.
Yes.
The proceeds from the tournament distributed to Wareham High School seniors? Is that?
Yes. So
or do you?
Historically, it's been to Wareham High School students,
Yep.
and it's the scholarships range anywhere from like $500 to $1,500, depending on how much we're able to raise in any given year. We select students that aren't necessarily like the top 10% of the students, but the ones that really work hard, maybe fall just below or middle of the road, that they're actively involved in other things in town and may not have necessarily qualified for other academic scholarships. And what's nice about ours is after they submit their grades to us, our scholarship goes directly to the student. So if they want to pay down their housing, their tuition, if they need to buy books or a laptop or anything like that, before I was a member of the organization, my son had been a recipient of one of the scholarships, and his college at the time did not have a meal plan. It was a very small school. There was no cafeteria. So he used that for food. So he was able to live off more than ramen his freshman year at college. So it's definitely, I've seen it firsthand help a lot of kids. We get thank you letters from our students. And this year, because of the golf tournament last year, we were able to create 2 new scholarships at Upper Cape Tech, one academic for now, and a trade scholarship, so like a stipend where they can use that if
Buy
they're
tools.
not, buy tools, pay for licensing in whatever their given trade for a Wareham student that's attending Upper Cape Tech, because we do have a large population of students that attend the vocational school.
Right, so you have some freedom with this scholarship.
Yes.
To kind of pick and choose where you need to spend your money.
Exactly.
Okay.
And who's deserving. We get a booklet from the school. We have all of the student information, whether they come from single parent households, veteran households, whether or not they were involved in sports or activities. We get their GPA. We get if they have volunteer hours. So we really get a comprehensive look at of who we are looking to help out, and that's what we try to do.
You're listening to Town Square Sunday. I'm Jim Phillips. My guest is Apryl Rossi from the Wareham Community Associates, and they're raising money for scholarships by staging a golf tournament September 19th at the Little Harbor Country Club. So give us the nuts and bolts of the tournament, if you will. Times, sponsors, prizes. Is this tournament, for instance, for competitive players only, or are casual players invited to take part as well?
This is for anyone who wants to golf. If they're a beginner, if they are more seasoned, some people are competitive with themselves and with each other. We do have prizes for first in category, whereas it's like if it's an all-male team or if it's a female team or if it's a mixed team. We also have, closest to the pin contest and longest drive contest. Our lunch is catered by Mama Mary's Italian Catering. And we will have, lots of prizes to raffle off that are donated by, local businesses and artisans, some beautiful, custom artwork. We have gift certificates of varying degrees from different local businesses. So we're
Silent
always
auction kind of thing?
Yeah. So we're always looking for more donations for prizes. We put out and thank, there's different levels. So we have anywhere from like bronze to platinum for sponsorships, whole sponsors, and always looking for any business that wants to participate. Your logos get put on T-shirt and on the whole signs in our booklet and things like that. And we try to promote local businesses. Correct. We have a deadline in about, I think, 2 more weeks is our deadline for printing. Okay. So any businesses looking to sign up, and we can accept golf teams of 4 up until, I believe, even the day of the tournament. So,
what time do folks tee off?
So it's an 8 a.m. shotgun start.
All right.
And then once you finish up, there will be the catered lunch at the Little Harbor Country Club.
Okay, sounds like a wonderful day.
And you can't beat Mama Mary's food. She's so good.
All right. How can golfers register? Is that You want them
Sure,
registered?
absolutely. So we have our email is on our Facebook page, which is Wareham Community Associates, and our email is Wareham Community ASSOC @gmail.com. They can ask for a sponsorship form or a registration form for golf teams. They can send us a message on Facebook as well if they're interested. And we also have a QR code through GiveButter where a donation can be made directly to the organization, whether they'd like to golf or not, and help us raise funds to help more kids.
Okay. In general, how many kids do you help?
This year, we were able to give 7 scholarships,
Okay,
which is the most we've ever given. Like I said, we did 5 for Wareham. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Did we do 7? I think we did 7 at Wareham, and then we did 2 at Upper Cape. So I think we did a total of 9 scholarships this year, which is the most we've ever given.
How about volunteers? Got enough?
There's never enough volunteers in general. So no, anyone who's looking to, like I said, to volunteer with the organization. This year, we're also hoping to utilize some of our students for volunteering to help us out. They're either through like the JROTC program that we have, or their Key Club, or the Honor Society at the high school. So once the first day of school starts, we'll connect with the advisors for those groups and see who's looking for volunteer hours. But like I said, we're always looking to grow our membership and have more volunteers, and we'd like to do other events in town. We've done a couple of fundraisers at our local Qdoba and had some give back from that. But we are looking to, kind of participate in other events in town as well, like the Harvest Moon Festival that's coming up in Onset and other events in town.
Okay. You mentioned the website. I want you to mention it again. The next question really is, where can people go to get more information about the event? Give us the website again.
Yes, it's Wareham Community Associates on Facebook, and our email is Wareham Community Assoc, so ASSOC @gmail.com.
Okay. So if people want to register, people want to play golf and register, you can do that. People want to make a donation, you can do that as well.
Correct.
So this organization has been around for more than 100 years. Apryl Rossi and her board looking to rejuvenate it a little bit, add more board members.
Correct.
Add more people involved and get involved with more community activities in Wareham.
Yes.
That about sum it up?
That does, yeah. It's interesting that it went from, a bunch of local businessmen meeting in a church basement, having their meetings cooked by the Women's Auxiliary, and then having the first female president my second term. So after having no females for over 100 years. So it's definitely taking a step in the modern direction, and we're hoping
Slowly
to
but
keep
surely.
it going. Yes, and we're just hoping to keep building and keeping it alive, because it is such a legacy organization.
Great. Well, my guest has been Apryl Rossi, who is president of the Wareham Community Associates. They're holding a golf tournament September 19th at the Little River Country Club to raise money for scholarships. Apryl, thank you for coming in, and good luck with the tournament.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Stay with us. Town Square Sunday will continue in just a moment.